It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
Stupid young guy.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who can gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
He couldn't catch that. That wasn't a catchable ball, man.
However, we do have a flag
I'm so
down.
tired of them bailing
Let's
this
check
dude
in with
out,
our referee.
That shit definitely not a catchable ball. And yet they bail him out.
Line 90. Here we go, D. Get off the field. 14. I got number 80. But, gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
On 1st down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Spot that.
I'm taking a chance with this shit.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
Okay.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
On the run, it's Peyton. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I appreciate my man blocking nobody. That's great.
Ready. Check, Mike, 54. Hey. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right there, 54, right there. 50. Hey, wahoo! Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Get it.
Now back to throw.
Give me something.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Run up. D, tighten up. Who's it? 40's Mike. I got him. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Let's switch the mic right here. We go Mike 40. Mike. One left. Now watch run. 40's Mike.
Here's Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
There. Go. Bandit.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Go, guys, 4 down. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Switch.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense.
Here's Wilson to throw. Out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, It's Carson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Lions take over first at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
We got this.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete.
This shit
Showed
bullshit,
off the
yo.
arm strength there, but to no
There's no
avail.
reason why this
Second
dude should
down.
be able to check 2 people.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the
defender.
defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Now! Bravo! 55! Mike 55! Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike 55. Go!
Back to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
40's the mic. Squeeze.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is caught one-handed. He pulled it in. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
You said you're on Twitch, Kyle?
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Talking about what's playing now. Yeah, it's on sweet.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10.
Hey, 0.
No, yeah.
31's the mic. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Throwing is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Down. 90 Wolf. 54 Mike. Hey, high 7. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Go. 55, Mark, 55. I'm trying to come. Hey, team 6. 55. Check, 55.
Looking to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, It's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This one fielded at the 5.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. SOS.
They run it with Carson. And a hell of a run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check for 14. Move 15.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
On the draw, here's Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
It's 3rd and 10.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Come on,
the Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They go play action here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby. Kill.
They'll run on first down. Carson. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Four down. Mike 51.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Wide 90. 40's the mic. Go. 36. Alert. 3, check 3. Hey. Press down.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Watch safety creep. What's left? Check.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
This is Carson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
3 buzz.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Here I come. Out.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
380. Hey, I'm coming. Good job right there. To you. Check safety. Gun, gun, gun. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, 19. Go right 40, right 40. Know your job. Check.
They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Reload, reload. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Good, 4 down, 4 down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
Come on, I'm right there. I knew where he was throwing the fucking ball.
Seahawk touchdown.
That's fucking trash, bro. They made me literally electric slide to the left when I'm literally standing in front of the ball. Like, I already knew where he was going with that.
The Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Dog is literally bailing this nigga out, dog.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Leo.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go now. 50, plant. 54. Wild Bill. Hey, Zoo. Mike by 4. Yep. Run. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Hey, Foxtrot. Right there.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
We got to get the stop here, D. Check 99.
On first down, Carson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Gun. Bang out. Bam.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to get him.
Why would you rotate like that, man? You literally had a clear running lane. Why the fuck would you spin backwards?
That's the second sack
You
of the
could have
game.
literally
The best
just ran
defensive
straight
ends,
ahead.
they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hatch it. Tighten up, lock it.
Second and 14. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for the Lions. 49 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Check 26, check 26. Go. Ready.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, 0-0-0.
From the shotgun, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He'll find Metcalf. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. the gun, it's Wilson. That's going to be caught. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
You got tight right there. One glove.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
14, buddy. Check, go. Easy.
Wilson will throw again.
Let's go, baby.
Hit as he
Way to get
releases
there.
it, and that'll fall incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Check. Quick down.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as they have taken the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without them, they're not winning this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Go. Motion. Hey, check right. Watching your five. Hey, echo. Check 55 to mine.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
That's bullshit,
It's a
bro.
Seattle Seahawks touchdown. So they boost their advantage here in the fourth quarter. And don't get me wrong, you take the points. I guess the only downside is didn't really get to milk any of the clock here in this last quarter.
But they'll take the points because, as you and I both know, here in the fourth quarter, things intensify. And while they may not have taken firm command of the game, it does give them a little bit of a cushion.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
They fucking bailing this dude out. Like, this game shouldn't be close. They should beat his ass, man.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Push him back. Push him back.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
All day, every day, any day. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Here we go, here we go. 55, Mike, 55.
They'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check. Undercrush. Get it.
He'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
You gotta get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Are you serious?
Let's get the call. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check, 55. Go. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike 55. It's a party now. Check the rock it. Now.
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. I'm coming. Hey, wahoo! Mike 55.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he
I literally
goes
had
down.
4
Lions
people
turned
blocking,
away on
and
4th
nobody
down.
could hold their
And the
fucking block.
Seahawks, they'll get the
Fantastic.
football back in outstanding field position.
Fantastic.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Rush in, rush in.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Vanette, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Quick time. 54. Hey, orbit. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Curl it. Mike's 54. They go. 54.
They'll set up a throw. Man open. It's Goodwin. And some space here. Touchdown, Detroit. Marquise Goodwin. 92 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a give, right side. Sanders. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Oh, Wilson going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson now, operating from the gun. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Mike 51. Rip left, rip left.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line. Tonight's final score.
But Charles, it's